Hey folks, thanks for joining us today and welcome to this closeout video for project 1100203 No Time for Bootcamp, Training for Busy Entrepreneurs. Why did we start this project? I think as a consulting company working with Web3 startups and ecosystems, Storm Partners knows better than most that running a startup and being a founder is painful. It's something that you have to run on the go. I think a lot of universities claim to have entrepreneurship programs, but it never seems to do the full job of teaching you what you need to know in order to get through the pain of coming up with an idea, ideating, bringing a team together and getting product market fit and eventually scaling so that you can exit your business or just continue doing it because you love it, but do it in a way that's less stressful and more rewarding. And so we created these courses with the overall goal of educating the Cardano startup ecosystem and people who are interested in Cardano about the skills that would make startup life easier. And just like the initial statement at any town hall, we found out that things may break, they may lack proper documentation, and we had to learn as we go. We initially thought that by hosting events and workshops in our working space with snacks and drinks and plenty of lead time to let people know what was coming, that they would show up and that they would gain the knowledge. And what we found out was that, in fact, when it comes to webinars and when it comes to educational content, at this stage, people vastly prefer to receive that knowledge asynchronously when they want it at their computer, sitting comfortably and not having to travel to a place just in order to get knowledge. So we did all the events live with invitations for the community to come. And we also did the events as a replay with an open house where people could come in and work, and people did come in and work, but it wasn't very big numbers. It was maybe 10 at most when we were hosting these events in person. And so while it wasn't in the scope of the project, we decided that the spirit of the project was actually just to get the knowledge out there. So after we uploaded the videos to YouTube, as was required for the proofs of achievement, we went ahead and added some paid spends to circulate those videos to other people. And we did pretty well. I think if we can say that we got a couple hundred views out of the organic events for most of the workshops, we got an average of 1,500 to 2,000 views when we distributed them through digital marketing. It did take a little bit of paid spend and a little bit of social action to get those results. We had one video as the control, and that video only got 45 views, but that was still up to 4 times as many as a live presentation of the shows. We did get some good questions from the attendants in some of the videos, and that was good, and sometimes it let us know what people were really interested in, what questions they had versus things that were maybe a little bit more obvious. And I think this is something that we would continue to grow if we were to do it again, maybe breaking it down into shorter content, as is always a good move on Cardano, so that people can learn exactly what they want. Maybe hang them in kind of an environment that would be a little bit easier to navigate, and maybe create journeys where people could learn exactly what they need in order to most succeed. And I think in the end, it's really just a question of how do you get the thing done. We did learn an enormous amount about how to manage the administrative sides of running a Catalyst project, since this was one of the first ones that we submitted and got granted. So I think also in the future we would be a little bit more understated and less specific about our milestones, especially when it comes to timing. Though we're grateful for the community reviewers working with us and trying to find ways to get the project that was funded by the public done in the way that it deserves to be, without necessarily putting ourselves into a corner. So thanks so much for watching. This was a really great experience, and we're going to do it again. And so we look forward to doing more great things in the Cardano ecosystem.